today we want to actually look at uniform distribution. So first of all, we know that the PDF of uniform distribution is given by f of x equals to 1 over b minus a. That is it. Now in this case we want to relate where in this case p and a and b are the parameters of the uniform distribution. Yeah. And for in this case, in a cumulative form, we want to use it to actually describe how the survival function and the distribution function is done using the uniform distribution in actual notations. Actually, in this case, especially when we confirming or we are using the h at the random variable, then what we do, we always take our b in this case to be our omega, and a is always equal to 0. So that in this case we have f of x equals to 1 over omega. That is it. So this qualifies to be the PDF, or we call it distribution function. Function. All right. Now I want to also take you from this point, from distribution function to the cumulative function, then survival function, and then we'll tackle one example, then we'll call it a lesson. Now from here we have our f of x now as 1 over omega. In this case, if we want to find the cumulative distribution, which is the CDF f of x, then what we do, we integrate from 0 to x the f of x dx. So maybe I give it a new random variable, maybe u, so that I integrate from 0 to x the f of u du. But my f of u is given by 1 over omega. So it will be integration from 0 to x 1 over omega du. So my answer here will be, it will be u over omega, integrating from 0 to that one. So I have 1 over omega into, that is x minus 0. So my answer will be x over omega. That's nice. So basically the cumulative distribution is x over omega. Now from given the distribution function, cumulative function, then we can use it to find the survival function s of x. This one is h at that random variable. Therefore what we do, we know the relationship that survival function is given by 1 minus the cumulative distribution function. Therefore we have our cumulative distribution function to be x over omega. So this is the same as when we take our LCM, we have that one x, so we can call this one to be omega over omega. Therefore we'll have omega minus x over omega. So our survival function will just be omega minus x over omega. That's nice. Okay, we can also use this relationship to find what we call the force of mortality, and it is of course force of mortality mu x, where we know from the actuarial notation that mu of x is given by the distribution function f of x divided by survival function s of x. Therefore, we found our f of x to be 1 over omega. And we want to divide by the survival function, whereby we've got it to be omega minus x over omega. So that takes us to the next step, whereby we want to use this relationship to find the force of mortality, mu of x. Okay, now mu x therefore will be 1 divided by omega, that is divided by omega minus x over omega. So in this relationship we have 1 over omega times the reciprocal of that, omega minus x. Therefore omega and omega goes, then we'll just have 1 over omega